to our first coffee or champagne video.
We had lots of ideas and suggestions and topics that everyone brought to our attention that we should talk about for our first video, but we've decided to start with slimming down for spring.
And by slimming down for spring doesn't just mean your body, weight, and that type of thing. There are other things that you can do with your hair to style it so that your face doesn't look so full. So I'll share that with you. And also there are tips and tricks that you can do with makeup to slenderize and bring out some of your features.
And fashion-wise, there's pieces in your existing wardrobe that we can pull together to slenderize and ones to definitely avoid. Let's start off with pieces you probably already have in your existing wardrobe, like hopefully a bandeau dress that you might have had a couple years ago that's too tight now. Break it up with a different colored belt. Cinch it in at the waist. You want to cover up the arms? Put it with a blazer to pull all the pieces together. Gives it a more slenderizing look, but the key here is breaking up the waistline with a different color. This hides the arms and it accentuates the waist. Say we're trying to hide the waist. You want to go with a bigger, flattering top. This would look great with a pair of skinny jeans. If you've got great legs, accentuate the positive. Put the bigger top with the skinny jeans. Also, a boyfriend shirt. Grab it from your husband's wardrobe. Luckily, this works this season. Take a boyfriend shirt, cinch it around the waist, cover up your rear end. I've got a leather belt on here that I've taken from another dress and put it with a pair of skinny jeans. Also, a tank top that you already have in your wardrobe. If you've got great arms, go with this light, flowy tank that covers the rear end as well. Some of these pieces are Old Navy, some of these are New Religion. I'm all about mixing and matching different budgets. The bandeau dress, $19, Old Navy with a Paul Smith, couple $100 jacket, but you can mix and match the great pieces. Pieces to stay away from. You think black is slenderizing? Most of the time it is. Great sleeve for covering the flabby part of the arm, but not so great when it's a jersey dress that hugs the middle. If you insist on wearing a dress like this because you have it in your wardrobe and you spend a fortune on it, great. But again, break it up with a different colored belt, similar to what I have on. This belt would look great with this if you want to bring in the waistline. Perfect example is this dress. The dress looks great, but it's a flowy dress. It has pockets. It's very cute, swings around. Some days it makes me feel like I am absolutely huge. So on those days when I'm feeling that way, you just add in a different color belt, cinch it in at the waist, and it breaks it up and it gives you a whole new look and a whole new feel. This actually even looks cute with a pair of leggings underneath it. There's lots of different ways that you can work things to make it feel more slenderizing. Pieces to stay away from, gathered all the way down, gathered all the way through the back. Although if you again want to wear something like this, just put it with a blazer that covers your backside and your arms and it has a slenderizing effect. Again, even this piece can be worn with a thick belt. Color. Do not stay away from color just because you're feeling big. Cinch it in with a bigger, bolder belt. Accessorize it and you can still make it work.
So when we talk about slenderizing, there are ways that you can style your hair to make your face look more slender. So it's not just from the neck down. Let me start with some of the things that you should not do. If you have a round face or you've gained weight in your face or you're pregnant, some things that you wouldn't want to do. You would not want to cut straight across bangs. Those hardly look good on anyone. They look great on the models because they have perfect features. But if you cut them straight across, it's going to enhance the roundness of your face. Instead, if you do want bangs, make them more side swept. So with that, you want to tell your stylist or cut them yourself if you feel comfortable. Start them on the side, angled down, and have the shortest piece hit your eyebrow and then angle them down. That will add some hair around your face so that it just doesn't emphasize the roundness of your face. So number one, no straight across bangs. Number two, you don't want your hair even with your jawline because that, like if it's right here, it's just going to enhance the roundness of your face. If you do want a bob, have an angled bob to where it's shorter in the back and comes forward, where the front pieces are longer than your jaw. That will make your face appear slimmer. So my number two was don't have it straight across bob hitting your jaw, have it angled. The other thing is, if you have naturally curly hair, you want to be careful where the curls are, because with a round face, we're trying to make it slimmer. And if your hair is curly, you're just enhancing the part that we're trying to make slimmer. So number 3 would be, if you have curly hair, grow it out a little bit, or if it's if the length is to your chin, try to straighten it a little bit. Another thing is, many of us just like to throw our hair in a ponytail and go, and that's great, but if you've got a rounder face and you put all your hair back, I mean, hardly any people look really good with their hair slicked back in a ponytail. The person I can think of is Jennifer Lopez. She looks great, but her features are also perfect. So if you want to put your hair in a ponytail, put it back, but leave some pieces down. Either angle your bangs or just pull some of these pieces out. And I think that will have a more slimming effect. Tips that you can do to slenderize your face. One of my favorite tips, and I do this almost every day, is to use a bronzer, and I kind of have a double chin, like I'm starting to get one, so I use a bronzer and put it right underneath my jawline here. Now the trick is to pick out a bronzer that is a little bit darker than your natural skin tone. So the one that I use is by Smashbox, and it's called Suntan Matte. It's a matte bronzer. So just remember that the darker colors are going to push things back and recede. The lighter colors are going to make it come forward. So that's why I'm using a bronzer under here. I want to make it look like I don't have the double chin.
And Kim, what were you saying before about the bronzer with glitter and shimmer?
Yes, okay, so you want to use a matte bronzer because you don't want to add shimmer to the part that you're trying to hide. So I prefer using a matte bronzer. If you're very fair, what you want to do is choose a blush, because the bronzer is probably going to be too harsh and you don't want to look like a guy with a 5 o'clock shadow. Use a blush that's maybe in a taupe or like tawny type color, and you can use that to contour under here. What I'm using, this is a MAC 109 brush, and I like this one for contouring also on your cheeks. And so if you're feeling like your face is a little bit full, what you can do is contour on your cheeks. And to do that, what you're going to do is kind of suck your cheeks in and make the fishy face, and you're going to put the bronzer where the hollows of your cheeks are. It's actually under your cheekbone. If you feel here, this is your cheekbone, I'm going under. So suck in, and you're going to contour here on both sides. This will give the appearance that you have cheekbones. And as I've aged, my skin has sagged. That's a different story. You can use contouring for that too, but also if your face is a little bit fuller, you can create the illusion of cheekbones by using a bronzer. So you can put the bronzer in the hollows, and then you would put your blush on your cheekbone. Something else you can do is, if your face is a little bit rounder, if you have round eyebrows, that's just going to enhance the roundness of your face. So what you can do is either pluck them or have them waxed in a different shape to maybe have a higher arch, or you can use powder to kind of make a higher arch. That will create a vertical in your round face. So that's another tip too. Something else is, if you've got beautiful eyes, play those up. Put lots of mascara on so the focus goes to the eyes instead of the fullness of your face. Another thing you can do is play up your lips. A lot of times, as our faces are bigger, it makes our lips look smaller. So play up your lips. Put a nice nude pink, nudish brown color on, and put a little bit of lip gloss right in the center on your bottom and top lip, and then it will give the appearance of a plumper lip. So I hope these tips have helped.
We covered it all on slimming down for spring.
And if you have any questions about what we went over, or you have any comments for future videos, we would love to hear it. So feel free to comment below. Absolutely. And we look forward to our next video with you all. And
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Bye.